Okay, well, we have some improvements. We finally got our water tank in today, or actually 2 days ago, and it is food grade. It is recycled from a sauerkraut manufacturer that was local. It's been heating up for about 1 day. This is its second day, and it's at 60 degrees, which is impressive. That's warm enough to keep an ambient temperature here overnight because nothing has died. I got some zip ties, and I zip tied each corner of the dome so I can hang pots directly out of the corners. Now, a fun little fact is that water drops build up on the corners here, and that means I never have to water any hanging pots, which is amazing. When the water passes through here, it goes out through the bottom and drips down into the dome. That is just a great way to drip irrigate the geodome without doing anything, because it's just the design of the dome. It drips and drips and drips and drips everywhere. The beets are in confident rows now. Though I had a little bit of a tragedy with the tomatoes, I was blessed. I had, probably from my worm compost, I had little baby tomatoes. And little baby tomatoes popping up out of nowhere. They were everywhere. I rescued what I could, and I just transplanted them into these big pots. Because I'm not doing anything with them currently. So if I get some tomatoes out of it, cool. I learned my lesson. Tomatoes shouldn't be grown in December. It's evident to me now. Took a little bit of trial and error, but you know what? These tomatoes volunteered to grow, so who am I to stop them? I have a little bit more hardware in here now. A mess, but the mess is constant work in progress. My solar powered lights have been zip tied to the metal pole to keep this place lighted up nicely at night. And I built a passive solar heater. This passive solar heater cost me about $30 to build. I used scrap plexi from the dome build, and on a sunny day like today, like I said, it's 30 degrees outside and it is 80 degrees inside. This blows hot air. There's a metal mesh in there, you can see it actually. And that metal mesh heats up in the sun, and hot air blows through here, which is great because that hot air is being taken from this cold spot. This spot in the very front and center of the geodome is the coldest spot. So that cold air is coming up via a vent, and that vent will take all that cold and wet air, and blow it out here, which keeps this dome drier, because it gets like 100% humidity in here no matter what. But it keeps it a little drier, and it keeps it warmer. Planted some peas on these metal poles, and sticking with cold weather crops, so I don't have to worry about it getting cold in here. So far so good though. The insulation in the back is working wonders, as is this tank. I was foolish to think that you could do a dome without a tank for any period of time. It wasn't the plan to get the tank, but I had to wait for a good chance to get one reclaimed, so I didn't have to spend like $70 on a food grade drum. Another little number that I did today with zip ties. I'm having a lot of fun with zip ties. I love them. You can do so much with the power of a zip tie. I recycled this wooden thing with hooks on it that I found in someone's dump. And you know what? I love recycling things and reclaiming things, so I thought that this would make an excellent multi-purpose rack. I mean, it's out of the way. That basket's just there to be there for now. I already bumped my head on it, so that's not what's going to be there. But it'll be good for drying stuff in the summers, and you know, maybe hanging some panels or something up in the winters. It's just a good multi-purpose hanging rack, and I think that any geodome would be good to have one. So that's what I've got going on now, and little by little I'm planting it up and hoping and waiting, and it's 2 weeks till Christmas, and this is how green it is in here right now. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we won't have any tragedies. So far though, so good, and it's been such a great learning experience in this geodome and learning how to garden in the geodome. Till next time.